Have you ever met someone once, just once, and felt your heart drop as if it recognized them before your mind could explain anything? Have you ever been so drawn to one person that it felt inevitable, yet every path toward them kept closing, as if life itself was saying, "Not this time"? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about a kind of love that does not feel like ordinary attraction. It feels like fate. It feels like a spell. It feels like a door in your chest swinging open without permission. And the strange part is that this kind of love is often the love you cannot keep. You can feel it. You can taste it. You can almost touch it. But the relationship never becomes stable, never becomes real in the way you want, or never becomes yours at all. This is not a video about blaming yourself for wanting someone. Wanting is human. Longing is human. Pain is human. What we are exploring is the deeper structure beneath that pain. The hidden mechanics behind why some connections feel like lightning yet end like smoke. There are two truths we will carry through this story. The first truth is that the strongest attraction is not always the healthiest love. Sometimes it is not love at all. Sometimes it is an old wound recognizing a familiar pattern. The second truth is that what you call destiny is often on a chain of cause and effect, shaped by attachment, shaped by projection, shaped by the lessons your soul keeps repeating until you finally learn them. So, let me tell you a story. It is one story, but it contains many lives. You might find your own face somewhere inside it. If you do not rush to judge yourself. This is not about shame. This is about awakening. And awakening is simply seeing what is true, clearly, with compassion. Her name is Lena. She was in her early 30s, successful enough on paper, stable enough in daily life. But inside she carried a quiet loneliness, not the kind that comes from having no people around you, the kind that comes from feeling unseen even when people are near. Lena had dated, she had tried, she had even been in relationships that looked good to others, but something always felt missing, as if her heart was waiting for a particular kind of connection she could not name. One evening, she went to a small gathering with a friend. It was nothing special. A few people, some food, a casual atmosphere. Lena almost did not go because she was tired. She almost stayed home, scrolled on her phone, and fell asleep with the light on. But something made her go. A small push, like life moving her hand. When she walked into the room, she felt normal for about 5 seconds. Then she saw him. His name was Adrian. He was not the most handsome man in the room. He was not the loudest. He was not performing. He was sitting slightly to the side, listening more than speaking, smiling softly. And the moment Lena saw him, something happened inside her that she could not explain. Her breathing changed. Her skin felt warm. Her chest tightened and opened at the same time. It was as if her body recognized him before her mind could think. She felt a pull so strong it frightened her. Lena tried to act calm. She greeted people. She pretended to listen. But her attention kept drifting back to Adrian like a compass needle. When their eyes met for the first time, it felt like a shock. Not romantic in a sweet movie way, more like being exposed, like someone had seen her in a place she did not know was visible. They eventually spoke, just small talk at first. Where are you from? What do you do? How do you know the host? But even the small talk felt electric. Lena felt unusually honest. She laughed more easily. She felt like her words landed in him. She felt understood. At the end of the night, Adrian asked for her number. Lena gave it, hands slightly trembling. She went home and lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, smiling into darkness like a teenager. She told herself, "This is it. This is the kind of love I have been waiting for." The next day, Adrian exited. They met for coffee. The conversation flowed. It felt effortless. He remembered details she had mentioned. He looked at her like she mattered. Lena felt something she had not felt in a long time. Chosen, cherished, alive. But within a few weeks, cracks began to appear. Adrian was warm, but inconsistent. He would text constantly for 2 days, then go quiet for 3. He would plan a date, then reschedule. He would speak about the future in beautiful words, then disappear when things got emotionally real. When Lena asked for clarity, he would say he was busy, stressed, overwhelmed. When she asked what they were, he would smile, take her hand, and say, "Do not rush it, let it be natural." At first, Lena accepted it. She told herself this is normal. People are busy. Love needs patience. She did not want to scare him off. She did not want to be seen as needy. She did not want to ruin what felt sacred. But inside, something started hurting. Not only because of his inconsistency, but because the inconsistency became the fuel of her obsession. Each time Adrian withdrew, Lena felt anxious. Each time he returned, she felt relief so intense it felt like ecstasy. Her nervous system began to revolve around him. She checked her phone constantly. She replayed conversations. She analyzed his tone. She looked for signs. And the strangest part was that the more unstable it became, the more intense her longing grew. It was as if her desire was not satisfied by closeness. It was intensified by distance. This is one of the most important truths about these first sight collapses. The intensity is often not proof of destiny. It is often proof of a pattern. Lena began to lose herself. She started changing her schedule around his availability. She ignored her own tiredness if he wanted to meet late. She delayed plans with friends in case he suddenly appeared. She dressed for him. She talked for him. She tried to be the version of herself that would make him stay. And all of this was happening under the story of fate. One night, after Adrian canceled again, Lena sat alone at her kitchen table, phone face down, tears running silently. She whispered, "Why does this keep happening? Why do I feel like I cannot breathe without him?" That question was honest, and honesty is where awakening begins. A few days later, she met her older friend Marisol, a woman who had lived through enough heartbreak to become wise, not bitter. Marisol listened to Lena describe the connection, the eye contact, the feeling of being pulled, the magic, the pain. Marisol did not laugh. She did not dismiss it. She said something soft that pierced straight through Lena's defenses. Sometimes the strongest pull is not a promise. Sometimes it is a lesson. Lena frowned. "What do you mean?" Marisol said, "Some people enter your life like a mirror. They reflect a part of you that is still hungry. A part of you that wants to be chosen so badly that it mistakes intensity for love. When you feel like you are destined to have someone, ask yourself a deeper question. What part of you believes you need them to be whole?" That sentence landed like a stone in Lena's stomach. She wanted to argue. She wanted to say, "No, this is different. This is special. This is beyond psychology." But she could not deny the truth in her own behavior. She was not only attracted, she was dependent. Marisol continued, "There is a concept in many wisdom traditions, cause and effect in the heart. Some call it karma, not as punishment, but as unfinished learning. A connection can feel like a past debt, not because you are cursed, but because your soul keeps returning to the same kind of story until you learn a different ending. Lena asked quietly, "What debt?" Marisol said, "Sometimes the debt is not between two people. Sometimes the debt is between you and yourself. I debt of self-abandonment. I debt of ignoring your own needs. I debt of chasing love outside because you do not feel safe inside. Life brings you the same mirror again and again until you stop paying with your dignity." Lena felt her throat tighten. She realized how often she had paid with dignity, not only with Adrian, in past relationships too. She had always been the one who tried harder. She had always been the one who waited. She had always been the one who accepted uncertainty to avoid loneliness. So, why did she call this love fate? Because calling it fate made it romantic. Calling it fate made it noble. Calling it fate made it feel like there was meaning in the pain. But meaning is not always romantic. Sometimes meaning is instruction. Lena went home that night and could not sleep. She kept hearing one phrase in her mind: "I debt of self-abandonment." She began to see the pattern like a thread connecting years of her life. Whenever she felt a strong pull, she would surrender her center. Whenever she felt intensity, she would ignore red flags. Whenever someone was inconsistent, she would chase harder. She told herself she was loyal. She told herself she was patient. But underneath, it was fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of being unchosen. Fear of not being enough. And here is where the story gets more spiritual. Because those fears are not just emotions. They are beliefs that shape destiny. If you believe you are not enough, you will accept people who confirm that belief. If you believe love must be earned, you will chase people who make you prove yourself. If you believe abandonment is inevitable, you will choose partners who practice disappearing. This is not because you want suffering. It is because your nervous system is familiar with suffering. Familiar feels like home, even when it hurts. Lena decided to do something she had never done in her life. She stopped chasing, not as a game, not to punish Adrian, not to manipulate. She stopped because she finally saw that chasing was killing her. Adrian texted 2 days later as if nothing happened. He said, "Sorry, I have been busy. Want to meet tonight?" Old Lena would have said yes immediately. She would have felt relief wash through her. She would have canceled her plans. She would have rushed to become available. New Lena stared at the message and felt the craving rise like a wave. She felt the urge to say yes. She felt the fear of losing him if she said no. She felt her heart pounding. And then she breathed slowly. She placed a hand on her chest and asked herself, "What am I really craving?" She realized she was craving certainty. She was craving reassurance. She was craving the feeling of being chosen. She was craving relief from anxiety. That craving was not love. It was addiction to emotional regulation through another person. This recognition was painful, but it was also freedom. Lena replied calmly, "I cannot meet tonight. If you want to build something with me, I need consistency. Let us talk tomorrow." Adrian responded with a joking tone. "Why are you making it so serious?" Lena felt the old shame rise. The voice that said, "You are too much. You are ruining it. You are being difficult." She almost apologized, but she did not. She said, "I am not trying to be dramatic. I am being honest. If that feels heavy to you, it tells me something." There was a long pause. Then Adrian sent a message that confirmed everything. He said, "I like you, but I am not looking for anything serious right now." "I thought you understood that." Lena stared at the screen. Her chest hurt. Her eyes filled with tears. Part of her wanted to beg, to negotiate, to offer a smaller version of herself that would fit his comfort. But another part of her, a new part, finally spoke. If he cannot hold my truth, he cannot hold me. She did not reply for a while. She walked to the bathroom, looked at herself in the mirror, and whispered, "Do not abandon yourself." She sent one final message. "Thank you for being honest. I wish you well." Then she put the phone away. The next days were brutal. This is the part people do not romanticize. Letting go of a first-sight collapse can feel like withdrawal. Your body misses the highs and lows. Your mind keeps replaying the moments of closeness. Your heart keeps bargaining with reality. You wake up thinking of them. You fall asleep thinking of them. You imagine them with someone else and feel stabbed. Lena went through all of it, but she also practiced something new. She practiced staying with herself. Each time the urge to text arose, she would pause and breathe. Each time the fantasy of fate appeared, she would ask, "Is this love or is this longing?" Each time she wanted to blame herself, she would speak gently, "You are learning." Each time she felt empty, she would sit with the emptiness and let it exist without rushing to fill it. This is not easy. This is inner cultivation. This is spiritual practice in the raw. In many traditions, attachment is described as a root of suffering, not because love is wrong, but because clinging turns love into a chain. Clinging says, "I need you for my peace." Clinging says, "Without you, I am nothing." Clinging says, "I will trade my dignity for your presence." Real love does not require self-destruction. Lena began to see that what she called fate was partly projection. She had projected her longing for safety onto Adrian. She had projected her dream of being chosen onto his warm eyes. She had projected a whole story onto a person who did not actually offer stable love. This is why first-sight collapses can be so confusing. You are not only seeing them, you are also seeing your own inner film playing on their face. So Lena started doing the work most people avoid. She turned toward her inner wound. She asked herself, "When did I first learn that love is uncertain?" A memory came. Being a child, waiting for a parent to come home, listening for footsteps, feeling relief when the door opened, feeling fear when it stayed closed. Another memory came. Being praised for being easy, being scolded for being emotional, learning that to be loved, she had to be low maintenance. Her nervous system learned to equate love with unpredictability. Love was a roller coaster. Love was waiting. Love was earning. Love was not resting. So when Adrian appeared with his warm then cold pattern, it felt familiar. Familiar felt like destiny. But destiny is not always the highest path. Sometimes destiny is the lowest loop repeating until you break it. Lena began practicing contentment in small ways. She made a warm meal and ate slowly. She took walks without music and let her mind settle. She called friends she had neglected and asked how they were. She returned to hobbies that had nothing to do with being desired. She began to rebuild a life that did not revolve around one person. This is crucial because obsession thrives in emptiness. When your life is narrow, one person becomes the whole sky. When your life is wide, one person is a star, not the universe. Weeks passed. The pain softened, not gone, but softer. And then one day, Lena had a realization that made her laugh through tears. "I am grieving a fantasy more than a person." That sentence is harsh, but it is healing, because it shows you the truth. You did not lose a real stable relationship. You lost the dream of being saved. And here is where the deepest wisdom arrives. Nobody can save you from the wound of unworth and except you. People can love you. People can support you. But the root work is inside. If you do not heal the belief that you are unworthy, you will keep chasing people who confirm it. This is why some connections feel like a love debt. The debt is not to the other person. The debt is to your own soul. The debt is learning self-respect. The debt is learning boundaries. The debt is learning to tell the difference between love and addiction. The debt is learning to stay with discomfort without running into someone else's arms. Lena eventually saw Adrian again by chance at another gathering. He looked the same. Warm smile, easy charm. He walked over as if they were still connected. He said, "Hey, I have been thinking about you." Old Lena would have melted. Old Lena would have seen this as fate returning. Old Lena would have felt the old hunger and said yes. New Lena felt the old spark, but she also felt clarity. The spark was not gone, but it no longer ruled her. She smiled, politely, and said, "I hope you are well." Then she turned and continued her conversation with someone else. Adrian looked surprised. He had expected her to still be available emotionally, but Lena was not cold. Lena was free. That is the end of the spell. The spell breaks when you stop paying with yourself. Now, I want to expand this into a wider teaching, because many of you may be living Lena's story in your own version. Maybe it is not a man. Maybe it is a woman. Maybe it is someone married. Maybe it is someone far away. Maybe it is someone who keeps you in a gray zone. Maybe it is someone who gives you just enough to keep you hoping, but never enough to let you rest. And you keep telling yourself, "We have a special connection." You might even say, "It is destiny." But here is a question that can cut through illusion with compassion. Does this connection make you more yourself or less yourself? Do you become calmer, kinder, more stable, more grounded, or do you become anxious, obsessed, self-doubting, constantly waiting? A connection that makes you lose yourself is not your highest destiny. It is your lesson. And lessons are not punishments. Lessons are invitations to awaken. Another important point is that first sight collapses are often about projection of unmet needs. If you have been starving for tenderness, you can mistake a little warmth for true love. If you have been craving meaning, you can mistake intensity for spiritual union. If you have been feeling invisible, you can mistake attention for devotion. This does not mean you are foolish. It means you are human. The solution is not to become cynical. The solution is to become clear. Clarity is compassion. Clarity says, "I honor my longing, but I will not let it destroy me." Clarity says, "I can feel attraction and still choose wisdom." Clarity says, "I can love someone and still let them go if the cost is my dignity." This is where destiny turns, not when the other person changes. Destiny turns when you change, because the most powerful way to end a karmic loop is to stop repeating the same response. If your old response was chasing, practice stillness. If your old response was begging, practice boundaries. If your old response was self-blame, practice self-compassion. If your old response was obsession, practice widening your life. Each new response plants a new seed. New seeds create new futures. That is karma as cause and effect. Now, let us talk about something delicate. Some people will say, "I feel like I knew them from before. I feel like we have history. I feel like our souls recognize each other." Even if you hold that belief, wisdom still applies. Even if there is a spiritual bond, it does not mean you are meant to be together in this life. Sometimes the bond is to complete a lesson, not to build a home. And the lesson is often this: can you love without attachment? Can you care without clinging? Can you wish someone well without needing them to be yours? That is advanced love. Most people call love the feeling, but love is also a practice. Love as practice means you do not use another person to fill your emptiness. Love as practice means you do not make someone else responsible for your peace. Love as practice means you do not abandon your values for a moment of closeness. Love as practice means you choose compassion for yourself and for them. Sometimes the most compassionate act is letting go, not because you stop caring, because you start caring for the truth. Now, I want to bring this toward a closing reflection that feels intimate and real. If you are currently stuck on someone you cannot have, ask yourself gently, what am I really trying to get from them? Is it validation? Is it rescue? Is it certainty? Is it intensity that makes you feel alive? Is it the fantasy of being chosen? Name it, then ask, how can I give myself a healthier version of that? If you want validation, practice self-respect. Keep promises to yourself. If you want rescue, build support, friends, mentors, therapy, community. If you want certainty, create routines and boundaries that stabilize your nervous system. If you want to feel alive, pursue passions, movement, creativity, presence. If you want to be chosen, choose yourself first. Choosing yourself does not mean arrogance. It means you stopped reading yourself like a disposable object in the pursuit of love. This is the inner turning. This is awakening. And the strange miracle is that when you become someone who chooses yourself, you attract different love. Not always instantly, not always dramatically, but you stop being drawn to the same painful loops. Your nervous system learns what calm love feels like. Your heart becomes less addicted to chaos. Your mind becomes clearer. Your destiny shifts. And you do not need to hate anyone to do this. You do not need revenge. You do not need to prove anything. You simply need to stop paying with your dignity. Lena later described her experience in one sentence that stayed with me. I thought I was destined to lose him, but I was destined to find myself. That is the hidden gift inside these painful connections. They are not here to ruin you. They are here to reveal you. So I would love to hear from you. Have you ever fallen for someone at first sight and felt like it was fate, only to realize later it was a lesson? What did it teach you about attachment, self-worth, and the kind of love you truly need? Share your story in the comments. Someone reading might be caught in the spell right now, and your honesty could become the light that helps them wake up. If you want more long-form stories like this, subscribe to the channel, like the video so it reaches the people who need it. And if you want to support this work and keep these long videos possible, consider joining the membership. Your support helps build a community where love is not confusion, where pain becomes practice, where compassion includes boundaries, and where destiny is shaped by awakening rather than obsession. Every person carries a certain energy. Your focus, your dreams, your purpose. Bracelet is a physical reminder of that energy. Symbol you wear daily that pushes you to stay grounded, balanced, and aligned. If one of the bracelets caught your eye, you can order it through the link in the description and check more powerful styles on our homepage store. Choose the one that strengthens your journey.